Well, when you speak to people on the street, they're describing this whole process as shambolic, as chaotic. If you speak to business, the word that sums up their feeling the best is frustration. For business, they need certainty. Every step of the way of this Brexit process has thrown up twists and turns. It's thrown up uncertainties, and business is really starting to get frustrated. They don't know where to go, and time is obviously running out. When you look at how the press is reacting, well, arguably with a fair bit of scorn. This headline from the Daily Telegraph: "The lady is for turning." Of course, a reference to the 1980 quote from Margaret Thatcher, who said the lady is not for turning. In this situation, Theresa May started Monday saying there would be a vote on her Brexit deal, that it was going ahead. By lunchtime, it was all off. There's this indication now that this Theresa May has not got a handle on the situation. If we look at The Guardian, desperate May reveals her plan B to buy more time. And I think this is pretty apt. Theresa May, throughout this entire Brexit process, has been kicking the can down the road to speak, buying more time, absolutely every step of the way. If you read the newspapers this morning, though, they say this is absolutely her last roll of the dice. She's going off to Brussels, to Germany, also to the Netherlands today. She's looking for concessions. If she doesn't come back with them, I think she's going to really face some trouble in Parliament and within her own party. There's definitely a push among opposition leaders to move some sort of vote of no confidence in the government. The smaller parties definitely egging on the Labor Party to move that motion. Now, they've said they're not going to do it yet. That's not where they're going to move until they see what Theresa May comes back with. For her own party, though, there is also growing momentum for a vote of no confidence in Theresa May as the leader, so possibly pushing for a leadership spill from her own party here. What we do know is that Theresa May is very, very busy today. She's got breakfast in the Netherlands, then she's off to Berlin for lunch, and she should be in Brussels by the afternoon. She wants to talk to her European counterpart. She also wants to talk to the executive of the European Union. Of course, she's looking for concessions, but I don't know that there's many to give.
Yeah, OK, so about those concessions, let's say she's never going to persuade the main opposition Labour Party. They're always going to vote against her deal. So it comes down to persuading her own Conservative Party. Within that party, there are people who want a hard Brexit, a soft Brexit, no Brexit, a Norway model, a Canada model, a second referendum. How does she satisfy all of those demands? It seems like an impossible position.
And perhaps it is going to be an impossible position. We've heard already from the European Union that they really don't have much to give Theresa May. The whole reason she's gone off to Europe is because she needs concessions. She needs to make that deal more palatable, as you say, to her own MPs. Now, we know that the European Union cannot budge on this so-called backstop, which has to do with the Northern Ireland border. For the DUP, the Democratic Union Party, which actually supports Theresa May through normal legislation, non-Brexit legislation in Parliament, they say unless there is a removal of the backstop, they can't support her plan. Her own MPs say that the rebel Brexiteers on the backbench, they're very concerned that the deal as it stands now means that the UK and the EU just remain too aligned for too long, possibly indefinitely. And we know that there's really not much Theresa May can do about those two main points in the deal. What she's hoping, though, is for some, what she calls assurance from her European counterparts that they really don't intend to bring this backstop into being and that they won't leave the UK in it indefinitely. But I don't think the European Union can really give her anything concrete to hang on to bring back here. Probably just some warm words, and I don't think that's going to be enough, as you say, to quell the mutiny, really, that is in her own party.